Your choice, potatoes, 5-pound bag, just $4.89. Fresh Purdue chicken drumsticks at $1.89 per pound. Lay's chips, 6.5-ounce bag, hot price, $3.49. Tama macaroni 500-gram bag, only $1.69. Yoplait yogurt, 6-ounce tub, hot price, 99 cents. Have a very Merry Christmas from the marketplace.
You can count on us.
You're watching Bermuda Tonight. It's Wednesday, December the 19th. I'm Jasmine Patterson, and thanks for joining us. Is Bermuda headed for yet another economic recession? Well, according to the opposition leader Craig Cannonier, there is a real possibility we are headed in that direction. Mr. Cannonier is worried over the country's financial outlook after the overall volume of retail sales fell nearly 7%. Here's Mike Sharp to lead us off.
Opposition leader Craig Cannonier believes Bermuda is about to slump back into recession after closely examining the retail sales figures. The OBA chief says we must stimulate the economy and learn to chew and walk at the same time.
We are chasing, as I've already said, after the tail of a recession. And my fear is that these latest statistics are speaking volumes to the fact that we are about to slump into a recession. Now, that's not to say that this is a fear tactic, but what I am saying is that we need to look at the factors that are affecting Bermuda, and we need to do something about it. Last time we saw these numbers, not all of the areas of retail sales had fallen.
Previous stats show some areas of decline in retail sales.
But these latest figures now speak to the fact that all sectors of retail are experiencing a decline. That is not going to bode well with Bermuda. That is not going to bode well with those who are invested in the retail sector. Confidence is already down, and with nothing in the horizon, Mike, we should be concerned about what is going on.
And 7 sectors in decline are motor vehicle stores declined 31.3%, apparel stores 17.6%, all other store types 9.0%, building material stores 5.2%, liquor store sales decreased 4.4%, food stores sales volumes declined 1.3%, and service station sales fell 1.2%.
What is going to happen is now these companies that are out there in the retail sale world are now going to have to contract. They're going to be looking at the realities of cost and sales. And if their cost is greater than their sales, they're now going to have to make some really, really hard decisions. And those decisions invariably will affect Mr. and Miss Bermuda.
The Shadow Minister of Home Affairs, Sylvan Richards, was pleased to see the Minister of Immigration Reform, Wayne Keynes, sign off on several work permits. But does the OBA chief agree government is finally doing something there?
I won't say that they're doing something. Again, they're really just catching up. Again, government was behind. If you took a look at there's thousands of work permits that had not been done in a timely basis. So to say that they're getting ahead with this is not the case at all. They're just trying to catch up on work that should have been done in the first place. But I want to go back to a greater picture here. This government can not get away from the fact that we need more people here. The reason you are seeing retail sales falling as it is because we do not have the numbers needed in Bermuda that would circulate the kind of spend that is needed. This government cannot hide, cannot get away from the fact that they need to put an immigration plan forward that includes getting more people here working and spending on this island.
Forbes magazine, a leading source of business news and financial information, says, quote, another warning that 2019 recession is coming. Forbes says, judging by activity like retail sales, industrial production, and employment peaking out, it usually indicates a downturn comes with a recession. And I'm Mike Sharp with Bermuda Broadcasting News.
The National Security Minister, Wayne Keynes, has clarified the process for the public to report complaints over suspected immigration violations. The minister held a news conference today, standing alongside a senior immigration official and MP Renee Ming, who heads the Immigration Board, to reiterate the complaints process. The minister stating he recognized the sensitivity surrounding immigration complaints.
If reporting an individual, they would have the option for providing their contact details, but not having their name referenced in the investigation. One of the more efficient ways to file a complaint is by making an anonymous phone call to the Bermuda Department of Immigration tip line at 296-5202. That number again for the immigration tip line is 296-5202. Other options include sending an email including and outlining details of the breach to immigrationcomplaints@gov.bm. That email address again is immigrationcomplaints@gov.bm. Or you can attend the Department of Immigration and speak to a compliance inspector. The process is simple. Once a complaint is received, it is reviewed to ensure that there is sufficient information to proceed. The department requires as much detail about the alleged breach as it allows them to provide information so the inquiries can continue. If a complaint, whether anonymous or not, is only able to provide vague details, the office will have little or no avenues to pursue.
The minister acknowledged the stigma attached to some people who report immigration violations, but stressed that government needs public involvement as it cannot address violations alone. Elsewhere, addressing work permits, the minister pointing out some might not know there are specific reasons for specific applications.
For instance, during the renewal seasons, you will see an increase in work permit applications. During the hotel season, you will see an increase in applications. I can say specifically that we have put a system in place with 3 additional staff members being hired, with an increase in the budget for overtime. We see that we have tackled the work permit backlog aggressively. I believe this is an excellent time to look at the future with a digitization process. The department is looking at a digitization process, and in the not too distant future, we will be able to roll that out as a part of our immigration reform.
And we'll be back after this short break with the latest weather news and more. Stay with us.
Price Rate is your one-stop shop with something for everyone. Household goods for kitchen, bedroom, and bathroom. Aisles of bulk groceries at value prices. A complete selection of fresh meat and produce. And an extensive range of frozen items to cover every meal. Wines from around the world and beer and liquor at discount prices. Visit Price Right at our 2 locations in Pembroke and Warren. There's always something new and always something for everyone.
Getting ready for Christmas is all about the finishing touches.
The icing on the cake. The table neatly set. Decorations specially placed. And gifts thoughtfully wrapped. All to share with those we love. In special moments as simple as this.
Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
Colonial, where people come first.
Treat yourself and your loved ones this Christmas at Diamonds International in Dockyard. Dazzling diamond rings, including this stunning ring creation from Crown of Light. And for men, iconic watches from Tag Heuer. During the holidays, there is 15 to 75% off all merchandise. And this watch as a free gift with every purchase. Plus 5% of all shopping proceeds will be donated to the LCCA charity. There is nothing comparable on the island to the truly outstanding collection at Diamonds International in Dockyard.
The core of Smart Security's business is providing customers with burglar, fire, CCTV, and other essential alarm services. An important and growing market that that offers you the best of all worlds, state-of-the-art protection technology, and monitor your system 24 hours a day, every day of the year, offering you that peace of mind knowing everything you care about is safe and secure. Technology allows residential and business customers to access information and to control their security systems remotely. For more information, call Smart Security Systems at 292-4019 or visit their website, smartsecuritysystems.bm.
Welcome back. Victims of sexual assault should have been consulted in the creation of a new sex offenders register. That's the view of Executive Director of the Center Against Abuse, Laurie Shields-Smith, who believes victims should be given a say on whether their abuser's name should be made public. The Criminal Code Sex Offender Management Amendment Act is due to be debated by senators in the upper house after the act was passed unanimously in the House of Assembly last Friday. The register is not intended to be made public.
When it comes to legislation, I feel that once again we are taking the power away from the victims. I feel that the victim should have a say in if that person's name is named publicly. So if I'm a victim, I should be able to say, yes, I want that person's name to be placed in the public arena, not as a way to shame them, but as a way to give myself back my power, which they stole from me. So that's our feelings on that.
So you feel the victim should be able to choose?
Yes, and should have a voice in this. I haven't seen anywhere where the victims or any victims have actually been polled to determine what their voice is in this. And they're the ones that are affected at the end of the day.
Two neighbors came to blows yesterday afternoon in Spanish Point, with one man being stabbed. Police were called after a fight broke out. It happened on a path between Stubble Bay Road and Northcote West in Spanish Point. The two Pembroke men, one 26-year-old and the other a 38-year-old, had an altercation over the flying of a kite, with the older man brandishing a knife. The 26-year-old sustained a stab wound to his shoulder, and the older man was subsequently arrested by police. Any witnesses that have not already come forward are asked to contact the Criminal Investigation Department on 247-1744. Weather now. Light winds and cloudy skies are expected to drift into our area over the next few days, bringing slightly chilly temperatures. But let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up at the AccuWeather headquarters.
AccuWeather is presented by BF&M Insurance Group. We now go to AccuWeather headquarters.
This AccuWeather forecast here on ZBM is brought to us by the fine folks at the BF&M Insurance Group. And things are quieting down for us now, but the next storm system is presenting itself pretty well across the southeastern United States and over the Gulf of Mexico. So while we're drier out there and the recent rain is long gone, we're beginning to see the first few areas of rain emerge in the western part of the map. 64 degrees is where we stand. We have humidity around 55 to 60%, and the wind, after an active time, has begun to really die down. We're only around 5 knots. We may even go closer to calm later this evening. Water temp 68 degrees on the inside because of the relaxed wind. Our wave heights are down to 1 to 3 feet. Now, we still have some residual wave action around the periphery of the island. 5 to 9 foot waves are still left over from the recent wind, and our small craft warning that remains in effect this evening will eventually end. Thursday, no marine advisories for our boating friends, but the small craft warning will return on Friday as things ramp back up in advance of the next storm system. So we have high tide 5:45 this evening. Low tide will be going back out all evening until 11:44 when we hit low tide. Next high tide after that early on Thursday morning, and then we have a low tide right in the middle of the day in your Thursday plan. So a mostly cloudy night, less wind, 60 for your low, and our Thursday forecast begins cloudy, and then we'll see mixes of sun and clouds, or a mix of sunshine and clouds. Highs around 68 degrees. We'll only cool down to 65 then tomorrow night. So temperatures are not going to fluctuate much tomorrow evening into tomorrow night. We have high pressure, but it is a high pressure system that comes with some cloud cover as opposed to one of those pristine blue sky highs. As we move forward into time through Thursday morning, this drifts overhead, and we'll say goodbye to high pressure, and that'll begin to open the door for a stronger breeze from the south in advance of our rainmaker, and we'll press pause here on Friday night at around 11 p.m. as the weekend will be underway. The weekend before Christmas, by the way, so the clock is ticking for that Christmas shopping. If you're not done, it is time. And you can see that band of rain out there. That will be marching through our area once we get into the weekend. But we can enjoy Thursday and Friday before that occurs. Nice setup in Jamaica, partly sunny. Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago would have some scattered showers out there, and no tropical threats here regarding hurricanes or tropical storms, as this is indeed the off-season. Temperatures a little bit more seasonable across eastern North America. 41 in Toronto, 47 in New York, 49 into Boston. Turning milder, showers into Atlanta, thunderstorms into Miami. Some of them could be severe on Thursday. That's all tied to our storm system that rolls into our area on Saturday. So again, just for perspective, severe weather on Thursday in Florida could lead to our rain on Saturday as that storm system rolls in. So we get warmer in advance of that, and then temperatures drop a bit into Sunday and Monday as we dry back out. Have a great one. Back to you.
AccuWeather was presented by BF&M Insurance Group.
This summer I was in Germany on holiday with my family, and on a whim one day my son and I joined a speed sliding competition. And as I came down the water slide, I went straight down in the pool and whacked my left foot on the bottom of the pool. And I looked down and I didn't see a foot. I just saw the bones sticking out and I started to feel faint. I was ambulanced to a hospital where I stayed for 11 days and had surgery. I had snapped all the ligaments on both sides of my ankle. And in the middle of all this stress and pain, we thought, how are we going to deal with health insurance? How will we pay for this? And I got a response from Allison at BF&M, and she said, your admission and surgery will be covered at 100%. I didn't have to put it on a credit card and deal with a reimbursement later. It made such a big difference to us. And for me, the BF&M difference is stress-free insurance when I really needed it.
Surface Trends has been serving Bermuda for over 25 years, supplying and installing tile and natural stone. We have a large in-stock selection of beautiful porcelain wood planking, including our exclusive Bermuda cedar tile. You will also find Bermuda's best in-stock selection of countertops, including natural granites, exotic quartzites, and silestone engineered quartz in all the newest colors. Our team will be happy to help you. Stop by our showroom at 17 Serpentine Road or give us a call at 295-8005.
ZBM Realty and Associates services all your real estate needs. Our agents have years of real estate experience specializing in selling of properties, renting of properties, property management, vacation rental. So whether you're looking to move to another location, selling your home, purchasing a new home, or a landlord looking for assistance in managing your property, give us a call today. One of our experienced agents will be more than willing to assist you with all your housing needs. Call us on 234-2050 or visit our website, jbmrealtyandassociates.com.
Hundreds of needy families were treated to Christmas hampers and toys today at the Botanical Gardens, the Salvation Army's distribution center for the holidays. The charity has been distributing food and various household items over the past few days in response to demand from families who are unable to fully enjoy the Christmas spirit. Our videographer, James Barbosa, turned up at the scene to get a first-hand look at the festivities.
So it's our third day of distribution, actually. We've had our agencies on Friday, and on Monday was our seniors day, and today is our general distribution. So we have about 500 families coming through here today. So it's pretty relaxed. It's pretty organized. So it's so many every hour. When they register, they were given a time to show up. So some at 9, some at 10, some at 11. So we put 10 people through at a time. They line up, and They just come, they give their slips, pick up their toys if they have them, if they've registered for toys, and then they come up here to the front where we are now, and they would get their bag of goodies. So in these bags are random items of food, donations, not necessarily their Christmas dinner. They get a voucher, a gift card for each family would get a gift voucher for Lindo's or Marketplace, so they can go pick up their perishables, so we don't have a place to store them.
My name is Kelly Edwards and I work for Salvation Army Family Services. We just help numerous families, some with kids, some without, and it's just rewarding because, you know, it's our way of giving back.
If you're watching today's parliamentary debate in the UK House of Commons, you would have seen a bit of fireworks on live television. Britain's opposition leader Jeremy Corbyn of the Labour Party, the subject of controversy for appearing to call Prime Minister Theresa May a, quote, stupid woman beneath his breath during a heated debate over the UK government's Brexit plans. The incident was captured by rolling television cameras. While Mr. Corbyn cannot be heard making the remark, he appears to be seen mumbling it. Several lip readers in the UK say he indeed made the inappropriate remark, while Mr. Corbyn's defenders claim he said stupid people. Well, there's a video, so you can judge for yourself.
Mr. Speaker, they said they'd put down a vote of no confidence, then they said they wouldn't, then they said they would, then they did it but it wasn't effective. I know it's the Christmas season and the pantomime season, but what do we see from the Labour front bench and the right honourable gentleman? He's going to put a confidence vote. Oh yes he is. Oh no he isn't. I've got some advice for the right honourable gentleman. Look behind you. They're not impressed and neither is the country.
Well, Mr. Corbyn has since denied making the remark. And there's more to come. Earl-based, and we'll have all the latest sports news in just a few minutes.
You can count on us.
Fresh green beans, hot price only $2.69 per pound. Fresh top sirloin roast, best price around at $7.99 per pound. Dozen large white eggs, hot price $1.99. Pepperidge Farm herb stuffing, 8-ounce bags, hot price only $2.59. Save $2.20 on Arm & Hammer laundry detergent, 75-ounce bottles, hot price $9.79. Have a very Merry Christmas from the marketplace.
You can count on us.
At Argus, our interest is you. Each of you. Around here, we know that when two people seem the same, they can have very different insurance needs. For their health, home, work, and future. Which is why we take the time to get to know you as an individual, so we can provide insurance coverage that fits your life. Because after all, our interest is you.
Who will represent the National Football League, AFC, and NFC respective conferences? The 53rd edition of the Super Bowl will be played right here on CBS Network, home of ZBM TV9 on February the 3rd, 2019. Be a part of the most exciting and thrilling game played around the world during the month of February. ZBM will bring you exclusive live coverage from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, beginning at 12:30 p.m. For more information on sponsorship, email sales@bbc.bm or call 295-2828 and ask for our sales department.
When it's happening now, you can't beat the immediacy of radio.
Chance to hear the thoughts of acclaimed author.
No matter where you are.
I'm Darlene Livingston with Bermuda Broadcasting News.
When events are spectacular, television is by far the best media platform.
Why now this particular topic?
For sports action, well, need we say more? Broadcast reporters put elected officials on the spot, keeping them honest and accountable to voters. And they can explain things in ways we all understand.
Climbs up to 12.5%.
Broadcast news is important. We're your eyes and ears on the ground. I'm Jasmine Patterson, and thanks for joining us tonight. In good times and bad. Radio's your constant companion.
On the big station, Power 95.
And TV news is the news.
Based on what you're seeing.
And Bermuda Broadcasting is your station. And notes of encouragement from the Family Center this evening when it comes to finding enjoyment this holiday season. Executive Director Martha Dismond acknowledging just how stressful this time of year can be for families, in particular those in need or experiencing loss or sadness. She urges that you remind yourself there is no perfect family or holiday. Offer thanks for what you have and give yourself the gift of simplifying the season. Ms. Dismond and her team remind us that the holiday season is the perfect opportunity to tell someone that you love them and to be thankful for what you do have and not for what you don't. Adding, it's all about the little things. Wise words indeed. Well, sport now, and former Bermuda international footballer lands assistant coaching job in the USL. Former Bermuda Olympic Association president reflects on football back in the 70s and 80s. And tennis leaders aiming to start fresh with the development of a new league. Earl Basin has the details and much more in tonight's sports report.
Birmingham Legion has announced Connor Smith as their assistant coach for the upcoming inaugural season in the USL Soccer League. Smith holds an A coaching license from the United States Soccer Federation. He will begin work immediately with Legion FC head coach Tom Son. Birmingham Legion FC are set to debut as an expansion member of the United Soccer League in 2019. The Bermuda Football Association will hold its inaugural Women's Football Symposium during the weekend of the Girls and Women's Empowerment in Football. The symposium and activities will start Friday, January the 11th, and will continue on Saturday, January the 12th at the Clyde Best Center of Excellence and Cedar Bridge Academy. Recently, during Inside Sports Talk Radio, former president of the Bermuda Olympic Association, Austin Woods, looked back on how things used to be in football.
Families, if they were PHC, they were PHC diehard.
Oh, yeah. You had no breakaways.
And when the children came along and talked about they're going to go play for another team, that was, so the transfer kind of...
Transfer window?
Transfer of players.
Yes, I mean, yes.
In other words, they sat on the bench for PHC and they couldn't play, so they left the next season and they went and played for some. That didn't happen. Okay?
Because people were proud to wear the colors of the clubs that they represented at the time. And never will they leave that particular club. They're just proud to sit on the bench.
I'll go training every day.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
As long
You
as
got a game sometime.
Yeah.
I mean, Donald used to say, I had you on the bench, and you want to go and play something? He'll call and says, Austin, write up his transfer form. And that player wouldn't play for the rest of the season. That's how Mr. Dan operated.
More than 200 rowers, including Shelley Pearson, earned qualifications for their country to the Lima 2019 Pan American Games recently while competing at the Pan American Qualification Regatta in Rio de Janeiro. The best rowers from across the Americas gathered in iconic Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, seeking national glory and the chance to compete at the Lima Games. The Qualification Regatta represented the only opportunity for rowers to qualify for the Pan American Games, adding urgency to the exciting competition. Pearson would finish fourth in Heat 1, clocking a time of 8:17.3 on the same waters she competed in at the Olympic Games. Gavin Manders and Javon Witter, who manage Manders Tennis Management, have started a tennis league. Witter explains the reason behind how and why the league came about.
We're in the second matchup of the league so far, which is week 4, actually. We have 4 teams, over 20 players that are involved. Usually, you're absolutely right. It takes a while for things like that to get up and running. However, in this case, there was a need for elite players to get organized, to compete, to work towards something. So while normally you'd be correct, this is up and running right away just because there was nothing in its place. We had nothing else to play for, so it filled a need right away.
Manders shares his vision on how he sees the league growing.
I think, it's really just about making sure that, holding ourselves accountable. We're the top 2 players on the island right now, according to the rankings, and we want to make sure that there's something for us to get out and play so it keeps us honest throughout the year. It's tough to stay motivated when there's only 2-3 tournaments a year. We talked earlier about where I am in my career, and everyone's in different spots in their careers where they need something, they need some interest, some creativity to get guys out.
Elon Daly saw action in the Ontario Junior International Swim Meet at the Toronto Pan American Sports Centre competition pool. 13-year-old Daly on day one competed in the girls 13 and over age group, advanced to 2 finals. Daly finished 10th during the 50-meter freestyle preliminaries. She would touch the wall in a time of 25.98. During the final, Daly would finish 9th, and she would go faster in a time of 25.97. Daly would also compete in the 100-meter freestyle preliminaries, finishing 15th. She would advance to the final after several swimmers scratched. In the final, Daly would touch the wall in a time of 55.82. In Commercial League bowling action at the Warwick Lanes, it saw the BPS Blue Lanterns defeat Sweet Life 3-1. Cool Runnings got by the Secret Weapons 3-1, while BTC defeated We Do It Big 3-1. The Braves defeated the Spinners 3-1, with Sunset defeating the BLDC 10-Pin Mafia 3-1. The game between the Superstars and the Pin Pushers ended 2-2. I'm Earl Basden with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports.
Thank you, Earl, and that's our program for this evening. I'm Jasmine Patterson. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Jasmine Patterson's wardrobe and makeup is provided by Gibbons Company.